Hello everyone, what has been cracking? This is my second entry in my list of videos made for the purpose of finding strong non-manga Naruto characters. Today, in this video, we will talk about Chino and Nowaki or Fushin, two characters that appear in the Sasuke novel Sunrise, and they actually appear also in the anime for like 4 or 5 episodes. But I will mostly talk about them as a whole, not necessarily anime nor novel. It would be more like a composite version of the two. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Those two characters are underrated as hell. You never hear anybody talk about them. You never see them in versus battles. You never see them in one of those Soikage or so the programmer videos. And that, in my opinion, it's a crime because those two are two of the strongest characters in Shippuden era. Top 10 for sure. I know it sounds crazy, but they actually are pretty good arguments to say those two are top 10 material if we count Shippuden era. Now let's talk about speed. So, alright, they scaled to Rinnegan Sasuke. They fought Rinnegan Sasuke, both of them, and that's kind of it. That's where you put them in speed. But if you want to be more, if you're a skeptic, think about this. Sasuke thought that nobody but him can defeat Chino, and while that's because of her genjutsu, it still implies that nobody can blitz her. So there's nobody in the world outside him and maybe Naruto that can actually blitz Chino. And even he can't. So, you know, just saying that's pretty impressive. Their speed is like top tier material. Now, let's talk about Nowaki. Nowaki or Fushin has a Genkai called Typhoon Release. It has something to do with wind. At first, I thought it was wind release, but it's actually typhoon release, which it's wind and I guess water or whatever. There's never stated what the components are, but we know it exists. With Typhoon Release, he can create tornadoes that can push back Sasuke's Susanoo. And I know in the anime, it seems like Sasuke wasn't trying and that Fushin or Nowaki, however you call him, was losing severely. But in the novel, it states that both of them were sweating and the typhoon was too strong even for Sasuke to pierce with his Susanoo. So his Susanoo was getting overpowered by his typhoons. And he only managed to attack Fushin with a trick when he used his summoning jutsu to go into the eye of the tornado or of the storm or of the typhoon, whatever you call it. And then he attacked him while he wasn't ready because he was still, having his hand signs up for the typhoon. So, yeah, this guy is actually pretty crazy. He's comparable with only his like typhoon release with Rinnegan Sasuke's perfect Susanoo in terms of strength. Now, when it comes to Chino, she's actually way more impressive because her dragons, her blood dragons, are able to match the Susanoo and push back the Susanoo and fight the Susanoo as well. And Sasuke even says, she's not an opponent that I can fight with my bare hands without the Susanoo. So he doesn't think. He who has fought Madara, who has fought Jubi Madara, who has fought Jubito, who has fought Naruto, he thinks he can't beat her or he can't fight her without his Susanoo. That's actually pretty crazy, and that's why I'm saying that she's very slept on. Let's be honest, the main thing of her, the main thing that Chino has is her Ketsuryugan and the genjutsu that comes with the Ketsuryugan. This genjutsu is crazy. Think about this, okay? The Infinite Tsukuyomi is probably the strongest genjutsu we know, right? Well, Sasuke is able to block it with his Rinnegan. No problem. When it comes to her Genjutsu, he falls for it. He fails for her Genjutsu like 3 or 4 times. He breaks out of it, yes. But it's still impressive to put someone like Rinnegan Sasuke under a Genjutsu. And there's even a statement, I think, in a guide that says his Genjutsu is the strongest. So his Genjutsu at the time was better than Infinite Tsukuyomi. And she still puts him in a Genjutsu. That's insane. That's actually insane. Like, you can not understand how strong those characters are and nobody talks about them. Those characters not only are fast enough to fight Sasuke, with Sasuke mentioning he's the only one that he can fight her, but those characters push back the Susanoo, the perfect Susanoo of Rinnegan Sasuke, and Chino is able to put him in a Genjutsu. Chino can put Rinnegan Sasuke in a Genjutsu. This is crazy. That's unbelievable. Jubi, Three Eyes Madara can't, but this character can. Like, I'm just saying, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. They're ridiculously strong. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's how strong they are. So if you want like a scale on them, I suppose you can put them at least planet level. And if you want to talk about how strong they are compared to other people in the verse, I would say that whenever you put Rinnegan Sasuke in the last movie, they're like just below. They're like a step or 2 or maybe 3 at best below. They're easily in the same range of power as the Jubito, the Ninetales, Hashirama, Madara, maybe even, Jubi Madara. 8 Gates guy, that's how strong they are. They're pretty crazy if you think about it. So yeah, that being said, thank you for watching the video. I've been Crackton. See you next time, and bye.